Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Olivia here at the Olivias Romantic Home. And in today's video, I am so excited to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love a Fall series. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. I'm hosting a new giveaway, so stay tuned. But let's go ahead and plug in your glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take these 2 Dollar Tree garden trellises and I'm going to take them and put them end to end and then wire them together with this Dollar Tree floral wire. This is super easy to do, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bend them very carefully and shape them into the shape of my mailbox. The next thing I want to do is cut several rolls of deco mesh. I ended up using about 4 to 5 rolls of deco mesh. Now I am just using deco mesh that I have on hand. My goal is to actually use up the rest of my fall deco mesh. So I had several rolls of the candy corn and several rolls of orange deco mesh. The next step in this project is for me to go ahead and cut my pipe cleaners. I'm going to take about 30 pipe cleaners and just cut them in half. So bend them to where you find their center and cut them in half. That's going to save on your pipe cleaners. And I'm going to take some Dollar Tree fall ribbon. Again, I'm using up the rest of my fall ribbon. I'm coming to some of the end of my fall crafting, and I like to go ahead and use what I have on hand, resisting the urge to buy more fall ribbon. You guys know I'm a ribbon junkie, so that can be kind of hard. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and cut strips of ribbon in about 9-inch cuts. So I cut my mesh in about 8 to 9-inch cuts, and then I'm also going to cut my ribbon in about 9-inch cuts. And then once I have that done, I also want to go ahead and dovetail my ribbon. And by dovetailing, I mean I want to make a really pretty boutique end finish. So you want to cut a pretty triangle end on your ribbon. So go ahead and pre-cut your strips as well. And then once you have that done, you can make your little curly Q. So you just roll your deco mesh in it to just a cute little curly Q ribbon. You're going to put 3 of your curly Qs together and then lay 1 piece of ribbon on top of that, and then take your pipe cleaner and just bundle that together. Super easy peasy. You guys can totally do this. That's going to create a bundle, and have fun with this. This does not have to be perfect. Just practice with it. If your fingers get tired, give yourself a break, put on a fun show. This does take a while, especially for a project that's kind of larger. This would be a larger project like a wreath. In fact, this does remind me of kind of doing a wreath, and if you want a really full mailbox floor like what I did, but you guys could just do something smaller as well. So relax, have fun with it, and go for it. Now it is nice to go ahead and pre-cut your little dovetail ends, and this is an extra step. You don't necessarily have to take this step. I do like to do this to kind of give it that boutique finish. So think about this, especially if you're a wreath maker or a crafter that's wanting to sell your projects. This can give your project just a little bit more of an edge that your buyer might look for. Just a little tip on that, you know, that extra special touch. But a flat edge bow or just a scissor to the side bow is a nice look as well. So it kind of is what you're going for. You can always give your projects a different look here and there. So that's fun too. The next step is to assemble our little curly Q bundles onto the center part of our garden trellis. So I started in the center, and I also pre-measured on my mailbox where I needed my little curly Qs to go. So I'm going to start in the center with my curly Qs, and I'm just twist tying them on with the pipe cleaners that I use to twist my bundles together. So I'm adding 3 of my bundles to each center part of the little squares here. So for every square, I'm having 3 bundles. And I will tell you that one side of your trellis, or for me on my mailbox, I'm not going to be adding any bundles because that will be the side where my mailbox number is going to be displayed. So my mailman will know which house he needs to go to, although it is the same mailman. And also I want to let you all know that I did get his permission to put this floral on my mailbox. He said as long as he can open and close the mailbox, it is totally fine. He's totally game on. So just a little side note for that. Now I am assembling the bundles along the side part of the trellis and then into the center. Again, just kind of filling it out. I did end up using some of the little red truck wired ribbon that Dollar Tree carries, and I used some of that to make the bundles. I ended up having a lot of that ribbon left over, surprisingly a lot more than I thought. I thought I would use that ribbon a lot more than I ended up using. Also, I did assemble all of my bundles in advance. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I am going to make a fall ribbon bow. This is going to be a really huge bow for my little mailbox floral. I'm going to start out with my easy bow maker, and so many of you all ask where I buy the easy bow maker. Okay, I bought mine on Amazon, but you can buy it so much cheaper on the Deco Exchange website or at your local Michael's store. Use your coupon and you'll get it for about, I believe, $11 to $13. Now don't quote me on that because I paid so much more during quarantine for mine, but go ahead and start, and I'm going to use 7 inches on either side of my ribbon loops. I also want to let you all know that I do use wired Dollar Tree ribbon. Okay, always use wired ribbon when you're making a big bow. That's super huge in your bow making. Now I am going to dovetail my ends by cutting the little triangle in the end. That's going to give you that boutique finish. Also, go ahead and layer another pretty ribbon on. So I like to do a pattern ribbon and then a plain ribbon. That's just how I'm doing this bow. Again, I'm using up the extra fall ribbon in my stash, and this is another Dollar Tree ribbon. So I'm using the Dollar Tree Little Red Truck pumpkin ribbon and then the orange ribbon. I'm dovetailing the ends on this one as well. Now I did have some candy corn ribbon, and I found this at Michael's. Lo and behold, I was so excited. And again, I'm just doing 7 inches across. Now this is a really thick bow. I'm also using this Dollar Tree chevron ribbon. I thought it'd be a cute little pop. And again, I'm using what I have in my stash. I'm dovetailing the end on this one, and then once I have that done, I'm just going to tie this whole thing off in my pipe cleaner. Now the reason I'm making such large loops, a 7-inch loop on each side is a really large loop. Also note on your easy bow maker, it's really nice if you have problems with your hands and you just need that extra help. And it has that little measurement already on there, so it helps your bows be a little bit extra symmetrical, which I really love. Now use your pipe cleaner or wire, or you can even use another piece of ribbon to tie off your bow. Once you have your bow tied off, this is another secret, is you want to give your bow an extra good fluffing. Pull out all those loops, twist them and pull them and twist them and fluff them some more. So I usually do like a pre-fluff before I add it to my project, and then once I get it on my project, I fluff and fluff and fluff some more, because you're really not going to get it perfect until you actually get it onto your project and you can see, well, hey, I need this ribbon to go this direction, and then I need this ribbon to go this direction, and oh, it looks like I want my candy corn ribbon to show more. So I know a lot of you all say you still have problems with your bows. Well, that might be a helpful hint for you there, and keep working on it. You know, bow making takes a lot of work. I had an Etsy shop for years, and so I don't feel like I'm a pro at all by any means, but I do have had some practice. So I will tell you that practice makes perfect, and just keep working. Don't give up. You guys can totally do this. Okay, so see, I'm still fluffing, and I don't even feel like I'm even close to being there. Now, once I have it adequately fluffed, you can see I have a lot of mesh on one side. So this is the side where my mail box is going to be uncovered. So I am going to leave that bow at the top. And then I wanted to share with you guys another Dollar Tree DIY. So here's a fun idea for you guys to do. I'm going to take this Dollar Tree sign and then some Dollar Tree poster board letters. What you can do is you can add the numbers of your house, and this isn't my real numbers. I just wanted to give you guys an idea. And you can add them onto a sign, and then you can use like a never wet sealer and seal over, or you could paint the numbers of your house onto a sign. What I did though is I hot glued these poster board numbers onto my sign, and then I used polyacrylic over that. So hopefully it will stay. If it doesn't, I'll just remake a different sign, because you guys know me, I'm a Dollar Tree sign junkie, so I have plenty of them. So anyway, I hope that gave you guys kind of a fun idea. I was going to use this little pumpkin sign, but I actually ended up using this pumpkin spice and everything nice. And you can see I'm using the polyacrylic over it. I didn't show you the whole sign because I really don't want my address out there for everyone to see, but I ended up using this square sign because it had a lot more room for me to put, you know, my address on there. So just a little note there. So here's the side. And then I did see, you guys can see I added those fall leaves. I also wanted to leave you guys a note and let you know that I used zip ties to zip tie the little trellis onto the underneath part of my mailbox. And then the other side is where my mailman drives down my driveway to deliver my mail. And there's my little pupper assistant. And so then he can see, you know, my numbers nicely displayed and my last name. He can easily open my mailbox and everything is good to go. So fun and fabulous. And it is a very wowzer, over the top mailbox floral. Even for me, I was like, whoa. I also added a couple little pumpkins. Those are from Dollar Tree. And then the larger one is actually from Walmart. They have them from $5. And I need you guys' help. Comment and let me know. Does anybody have real pumpkins anywhere? Because I've been calling all over high and low. I really want to do my house tour for you guys. I can't find real pumpkins anywhere. So I may just have to do a fall house tour without any real pumpkins. You know, not a big deal at all, but you guys, I do love to have some real pumpkins set out for you to see. Anyway, I'm just wondering where they're all at. Hopefully they'll pop up somewhere soon. Okay, so for the next DIY, this is actually just a little burlap sack. I picked this up at the Target Dollar Spot last season. I'm not for sure if they have any this season. I haven't done a whole lot of Target shopping this year, but I do have these little bundle of Dollar Tree fall leaves I popped into here, and I actually have some real leaves I collected from my yard down inside this burlap basket. And then I'm just going to take some of these Dollar Tree scarecrows, pop them into the little burlap sack here. You could also just use, you know, a little basket or any kind of little sack. You could use a Dollar Tree treat sack and just stuff it full of some bags. Pretty much anything you guys want to kind of tie around the base of your mailbox to just kind of put a little happy floral down there. Just a little funsy goodie. And then I just took the tie sacks on either side and just tied them together, and I thought that was really fun and fabulous. I really wanted to do hay bales, but I am severely allergic to hay, so not gonna happen for this chickie. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take these two carvable pumpkins and this white Waverly chalk paint. You can get the Waverly chalk paint at Walmart, and I'm just going to chalk paint both of these pumpkins. I do end up using about 2 to 3 coats of chalk paint. For some reason, these carvable pumpkins do take several coats, and also I want to let you all know, don't spray paint your foam pumpkins. It will make them very funky unless you want that funky look. Just a little side note for you on that. Now, I do want to take this Sharpie marker and I'm going to draw little lines down the sides of the pumpkin on just one of them because I'm going to make a Mackenzie Childs inspired pumpkin. I actually have not done that on this bigger pumpkin yet, like with the orange and black stripes. I got one of their catalogs in the mail today and I am just drooling over their fall goodies, even though I'm already kind of starting to dream about some Christmas crafting. So I'm not sure, actually I know I'm not going to be spending much more money on fall treasures because I've already done quite a bit of fall crafting and shopping. So anyway, what we're going to do with this pumpkin is I'm going to paint orange and black stripes down it. If you guys can kind of tell in my crafting, I'm moving more into a fall transitional Halloween look. Now the Mackenzie Childs are showing a lot of really beautiful stripes on their pumpkins, and I only did one coat of paint on this, and I really need to give it overnight to dry. So I want to give you guys a finished look. Hopefully I'll give you guys an updated on maybe one of my next videos. I'm going to gloss them with some Mod Podge and also add gold paint. I wasn't able to do it in this video because it does take some time to dry, but I would suggest to do 2 coats of paint on this and then also maybe line these with some gold paint. But go ahead and paint them with some black and orange stripes, or really think outside the box and customize them to suit whatever decor style you love. You could go for pinks or purples or blues. The sky's the limit. Have fun, bust out that paintbrush, and have fun painting. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Dollar Tree sponge brush and I'm going to add a little bit of paint to it and then kind of dab it off. I'm going to use some of this orange acrylic paint, and it's just an orange that I mixed up with some, yellow and red acrylic paint. So I'm going to try to make some polka dots, although I will tell you that it was a bit tricky to sponge brush these polka dots on here, but it's a Mackenzie Childs inspired creation, more Olivias style, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You guys, I'm kind of digging the imperfections anymore these days. The older I get, I'm just like, let's roll with it and give it a little bit of funkiness, right? Anyway, so I'm just sponge brushing these on here. I also think I'm going to go back in with a finer detail brush and add some like little cute squiggly lines. And remember, also customize this to suit whatever decor style and colors that you all love. You could add jewels to the top of these. Really, the sky is the limit. Now I'm taking a smaller Dollar Tree sponge brush. In fact, you can get these little sponge brushes in the Dollar Tree Crafters Square section. I love how many crafting goodies Dollar Tree is putting out. You guys, they are just killing it. So affordable. If you guys are like me and just go through so many crafting supplies. Anyway, so I'm changing to this little smaller brush and doing some cute little black polka dots on here. And then I think, again, it would be fun to add some smaller detail, like with some little white squigglies or, even some yellow squigglies or whatnot. And then what I did do for stems was Dollar Tree carries those little brown wooden stems. I just popped some of those on there and voila, the sky is the limit. Now, Michaels carries a waterproof Mod Podge. I totally want to Mod Podge that over there and give them that beautiful Mackenzie Childs shiny that they have on there. So that will be the next step in finishing these pumpkins. Sometimes when I do this many DIYs, I don't always get to completely give them the exact finishing touch that I wanted. So with these, I do need to follow up with them. But just to show you guys an idea of how they will look, here is the transitioning of them into this cute little display here that I shared with you guys how to do that hat in one of my last DIYs. So fun and fabulous. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, it is time to get our glam on. You guys, I absolutely adore these glamorous pumpkins. I even adore these glamorous jewels from totallydazzle.com even more. Oh my goodness. Now check out this beautiful tool that Dollar Tree sells with the pretty lace or leaf kind of inlay. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. Now I'm going to take and make just a really quick, easy little shoelace bow. So super easy. You just tie a bow like you're tying your shoelace. And I like to make this cute little bow and then pull the tool out so it's nice and kind of fluffy. I want to try to make it to size as much as I can. It's a bit difficult because these pumpkins are really small, but it is going to give me kind of a nice fluffy 80s bow. You guys know me. I love love big bows and I cannot lie. Now, I am going to leave a link down below in the description box for you for totallydazzled.com. Let me tell you, their website is so fabulous for the most beautiful bling jewels, and they're about $1.50 each. And check out how gorgeous they are. If you go to like a Walmart or a Hobby Lobby, they are so much more expensive, and these are so high end and beautiful. And Natalie is just such a doll, so you guys definitely take advantage of that. So I'm going to pop over here, and I'm going to hot glue my tool on first and then add my dazzling jewel. Now for this pumpkin, I decided to add in some of that Mackenzie Childs ribbon. I did get it on the barn sale, and it is rather pricey, but I cut it up and use it in small doses, and it is so worth it because it is so high end. And usually I just buy super cheap ribbon, but it's so nice to supplement it, and using these small projects a little bit really does go a long way, and it makes your projects look really high end. And you can see I had a pumpkin go flying off. You guys, that's when you know you're having an awesome crafting time. Now I found this little leopard ribbon magically enough at Michael's. It was about 99 cents. I believe I got it with a coupon. I added that into the Mackenzie Childs ribbon, and I thought it looked kind of cool. It was giving me some Peg Bundy vibes. If you guys remember that from the 90s, comment and let me know. But I added some to either side of this, and then I got my jewel a little bit too heavy. So hey, when you go too heavy on jewels on one side, guess what that means? Add more jewels. Okay, if you're not into jewels, you may pass over this craft, but you guys know me, I love to go totally over the top. And so this is another way also to do like a memory pumpkin. Maybe you have a loved one's jewelry, or maybe you have some broken jewelry laying around. You can make a beautiful pumpkin and have a way to display those beautiful pieces. I did a shabby chic pumpkin over here on this side, as well as you guys can see I added some really pretty kind of crocheted lace to that. So really think about using some pieces that are memory pieces, that are special keepsakes to you, that you could put out for years to come. Now this one is an orange pumpkin. Again, I used that beautiful Dollar Tree tool and some Mackenzie Childs ribbon. And of course, you guys know me, I had to get super glam with some beautiful jewels and more ribbon. And here they all are, mixed in with the cute little polka dot and painted pumpkins. I think these are so beautiful, and I love mixing kind of some glam touches in with more of the whimsical pieces. I guess that's kind of my style, is just kind of the funky and then mixed in with those touches of glam and whimsical romantic touches. And again, I think this is just such a fun way to also add in touches, you know, where you could do something that's a memory, something, I don't know, maybe I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic right now, but here it is, also with those beautiful candles my sweet friend Cheryl sent me. Again, thank you, Cheryl, for sending those to me, and that cute little witch hat we did in one of those last DIYs. So fun and fabulous, and oh, so ready for a fun fall or a not so spooky Halloween. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're just going to really quickly glam up this darling little jar. They have these cute little jars at Dollar Tree. I'm just going to tie a ribbon around the top of this jar. I thought this would be a fun idea for a quick little centerpiece. Sometimes maybe you don't always have a ton of time to do a lot of intense crafting, so you can just whip out a cute little ribbon. I had this Dollar Tree orange ribbon leftovers from some fall crafting, so I tied it to the top of this, and then I just took a little Dollar Tree votive. I wrapped some of the pretty little sheer Dollar Tree tulle. I popped it into the base of this. I added a beautiful glam jewel from totallydazzled.com. They have them in these pretty little bow jewels. I also thought that those might be pretty for a wedding. Now, for the next DIY, this one really is kind of Dollar Tree because I use some Dollar Tree pumpkins, but this is more of just a good, fun idea for a front yard display. My daughter is the videographer here, and my trusty assistant is Bingy Bear. He is the front yard defender of all things fun and fabulous, and so he is chewing things up. So what I'm doing here is there's my little bike. I brought back the bike, and I have some mums and a very serious look on my face because it's a bit bright out and I don't have my sunglasses. Benji is getting into things he's not supposed to, but we do have our eye on him, I promise. So he's helping me place pumpkins in all the right places. I have several mums here from Walmart. I chose 2 brown ones, a yellow one, several of the pretty purple ones, and then since there's no real pumpkins, I did have to bite the bullet and buy a couple of little $5 fake pumpkins, which I think it's maybe not a bad investment because now I can just reuse them next season. So I popped those in front of my little moms, and there's my trusty assistant again defending the neighborhood, barking at cars that go by. And then I just used this little pumpkin patch sign. I did seal it with some polyacrylic. I added several coats. Hopefully it will stay through the rain. And I added a nail to my little tree, and then I also got some of the little Dollar Tree scarecrows, and then that made this really wonderful sweet little display. As always, don't forget to comment down below. I am hosting a $100 giveaway to get you jump started on some crafting for this season. Comment down below and let me know, what is your favorite fall flower, whether it be mums or sunflowers. I love to know what you guys love to decorate with for the fall season. Also, what was your favorite DIY in this video? I love to hear what you guys have to say about our crafting goodies. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all to the moon and back. It is a true blessing to have you all here.
So thank you guys so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is such a true blessing and an honor to have you all here. Benji says thank you as well. It's almost time for his little nappy poo. He has been up since 5:30 this morning, and he has played and he has eaten and he is just ready for a big nap. So he's getting a snuggle right now from me. I want to encourage you guys to keep up the good work crafting and decorating. I know everybody is on their own journey kind of with their crafting and decorating, and I'm just seeing so many inspired ideas that you guys are posting over on my Facebook group page. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, punch that bell. That will update you all every time I post a new video, and then pop over to my Facebook page. I have a free group page. You guys can join over there. It's totally free. You can share photos of your home decor and your DIY projects over there. It's such a little kind community. Everybody's making friends and sharing crafting supplies and sharing photos of their home decor and DIY projects. And I just really think that we need that connection and that fun and that encouragement. And again, just everybody's at a different point in their journey. And you know, it's just a fun way to connect and share and just all that good stuff. So I also have an Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page. You guys can hashtag me over there, Olivia's Romantic Home or Olivia's Romantic Home Inspired. I love to see what y'all are up to. I also have a good morning coffee I share with you guys on my story, as well as sneak peeks of my projects, and Tinky the cat and Benji, they're finally playing together. It is so stinking adorable. So I love you guys to the moon and back. I'm wishing you a gorgeous, blessed day. We're going to start our Christmas series very soon. We're still having fun with fall crafting. We have so many projects to do, so get ready, you guys. Get more glue sticks, get tons of fun ribbons, and just get ready. I love y'all. I can't wait for the next video, and until then, we'll talk to you later. Benji says bye, and we'll talk to you soon. Remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Bye.